Would you rather be a live coward or a dead hero? That's I don't remember who said that. That is a quote from somewhere though. Maybe someone will know it. But I was thinking about grocery stores. The front of the grocery store here, there's a you know old man with a revolver on his hip, sitting there reading the paper. And I wouldn't want that dude's job. Educate you as to why. Like, how long is it in this shit until some desperate fucking person trying to feed their family walks up to him with a basket full of groceries and goes, okay, so I am taking these. I am not paying for them. I'm telling you this because I'm giving you the option to freak out about it and for us to have a fight, or for you just to let me leave. I'm literally giving you the chance to die a hero or live as a coward, whichever one you'd rather do. And to be clear, this isn't, oh, I'm going to run out there with these groceries. I'm asking you if you're going to fight or not. And if you don't want to fight, I'm going to leave here with the groceries. If you do want to fight, I'm going to give you these groceries and I'll be back in just a minute. You're not going to beat that. Hate to tell you that. You're the good guy, Mr. fucking, night owl security sitting there guarding all the food. You should quit your fucking job because somebody's going to fucking take you out. Or present you the exact offer that I just did, and then you're going to get fired because someone left there with $500 worth of fucking food in a cart. One or the other. I wonder when that shit's going to start happening. Like, I'm sure in Walmarts in the hood, they already try to, like, run a thing of groceries out the door. That's no surprise, right? At the, nice little, small grocery chain in Tulsa, with the dude with the revolver on his hip, he ain't used to that shit. How long is it until people start looking around for where they can score shit? No one seems to care about the fact that, like, the Democrats don't want to grow food or create energy and would like to give it away to everyone for free. Sure, that's going to work out well. Honestly, I feel better and better about my life choices as this thing goes on. I've spent my entire life building up my own skills to do shit on my own because I kind of figured that, everybody sucks. That's how you end up being this kind of fucked up person that can be an actor or a spy or any one of 100 other things, really, is, you had to figure it out on your own, and you had to be your own person a lot. Also, it helps if you can get really good at lying. I'm wearing my cowboy hat. It's actually my wizard hat. This is like when you see Gandalf, he's wearing the big gray hat. It's like that. It's not pointy, because, I don't know. It's not the style anymore. I prefer my, Australian outback wizard hat. Curious to see how this thing shakes out in the end. For now, I just keep working on my fucking car and guns because, that's all that really matters to me. I can't wait. I need to figure out a way to get paid well enough to dump several, tens of thousands of dollars into that minivan. I'm literally going to drop $20,000 into parts and upgrades for that stupid 2004 Honda Odyssey. Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep that bitch on the road for forever. That's my new plan. I don't know. The other plan for that car was basically when it comes time for her to die, we're going to be doing a cabin and kind of dugout bunker and shit like that or whatever. And I want to do an earth ship of some sort as a part of our stuff to build. And I want to bury the van as a room of the fucking earth ship. like with the fucking driver's seat windows and shit, like the front half of the van exposed, back half of the van buried into the side of the hill. And then like that's like a bedroom slash, place to go read a book in the, the driver's window area. I don't know what to call that. We'd have to remove a bunch of stuff and kind of make a sitting area up there. I think that'd be dope though. Like, this is some of the like weird ass crazy shit that like I want to do that I know Blazer would be hip for, that we've never discussed everything, but like we've discussed building dugouts and shit so much that, the light amount I've talked to him about Earth ships, he'd be game. He wouldn't want to live in one probably, but as far as making like a communal bunker kind of a thing, it has advantages. Church, no. Yeah. You just gotta be a part of the show. Well, go see the people. No, don't see me. He says hi. Oh, I don't really know what this is about, really. I kind of got distracted by the cat and forgot what we were talking about. Live hero. Dead hero. And that's the nature of the universe, though. Is basically, you never know what day someone's going to fucking ask you that. And it's a no-win scenario. I should title this the Kobayashi Maru, and we should just talk about no-win scenarios for the rest of it. But like, seriously, how you face a no-win scenario is probably something you should think about. And I think it depends scenario to scenario, right? But like, I don't know. I'm kind of a person that in the Kobayashi Maru, I would have attacked the Klingons. They're going to attack us anyway. We're going to die. They're going to start a war. I'd rather be alive and start a war. Har, har, har. I always liked pirates. And I don't mean like Pirates of the Caribbean movies with Johnny Depp and shit. I mean like, I liked swashbuckling and sailing movies from, before I was born times. Douglas Fairbanks, fucking The Princess Bride I would consider to be in this. Anything where you have fencing. I loved those movies. Cat. No one cares to see your tail. Maybe everyone cares to see your tail. But as a result of that, I really liked the Kelsey Grammer movie down Periscope, when they make the guy walk the plank into the fishing boat. That's 100% the person that you're talking to. I need a man with a tattoo on his dick. Do I have the right man? If I have weird twist of fate, yes you do, sir. I really wish we could fucking steal a submarine. I would kill just to have one diesel submarine, which there is one not very far from here. I've talked about that before, but I didn't realize the other day, I was watching a thing about the Battle of Midway, and the name of the Kobayashi Maru comes from a ship. I think it was a Japanese ship at the Battle of Midway. It's one of the ships. I don't remember. I was half listening to that 10 days ago. But like lots of details about the entire, like everything you've ever heard in those movies, about like names of things and whatever. There's so much of it that comes from Navy, Pacific, World War II. I think Gene Wilder was a Pacific War veteran, so maybe that explains that, but like, I just think it's cool. The Kobayashi Maru, for those who aren't in the know, in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, it's a test where they do a simulated battle where there's no right solution. You die. You get to decide how. And James T. Kirk's solution to this test was to cheat and change the nature of the test. And, you know, I'm not exactly that sort of a person. In reality, like, if you had me doing that for, like, hey, this pass or fail might get me a job, the thing that I would do would be to leave them there. I would let the crew of the Kobayashi Maru drift in space and die. Because that's the hard call that you would have to make as a captain to correctly do that scenario. It's my opinion. Like, there's no choice there, you know? If you go after them, you're causing an interstellar war with the Klingons or whatever, and you and your own crew may very well die because there's probably cloaked Klingon vessels watching, which I think one would have assumed, given that this is a test at Starfleet or something, that there were cloaked Klingon vessels probably watching. The correct solution to the Kobayashi Maru is to torpedo the Kobayashi Maru. That's the brutal one. The other option would be just to let the Klingons have them. I put it to you that letting your crew be captured by Klingons is no fate anyone would want. As such, I would have torpedoed her. Torpedo her and then, you know, see if it reveals the positions of the Klingons and torpedo them too. Fuck them. Yeah, maybe not that. That's a good way to not get the pass. The way to get the pass, I still say, is just to sit there and do nothing and let them die. That's the cold, harsh reality of being the one in command, is that occasionally you have to do something that's fucking horrible. Because there's no correct answer in going forward that keeps everyone alive. And in that particular scenario, the everyone alive is like the human race. Right? You're starting a war with Klingons or whatever. This is some alien empire we know little about at that time. You know, they seem to carry broadswords and cut people's heads off all the time. They're kind of scary. They have really badass ships. I don't know. You know? One of those, maybe best to not pick a fight with the Klingons if you don't have to. And, you know, how many people are on board that ship? Is it less than the entire human race? And there's your answer. Not to mention that I value the crew on board my vessel a hell of a lot more than the crew on board any other vessel. So I'm going to be weighing that in my mind as we decide whether or not to go and rescue the fucking survivors of the Kobayashi Maru. It's one of those that, like, I'm sorry that she drifted into enemy territory. Like, we don't have any control over that. I was not the one who made this decision. This decision was made for me by it drifting that far into space. Captain Kirk's solution is like the badass one, though. Just don't play the game. Play some other game. That's kind of my solution to playing chess with people. Everybody else is trying to win by checkmate, and I'm the weirdo trying to kill all of your pieces one by one. You know, if you're playing someone that is just the best at some game, then don't play that game. You know, and like that can have many meanings, but you can take that even to be like what I'm doing playing chess there, where like instead of going for a check all the time, I'm just taking small pieces as I have opportunities to take them and making trades that I think are in my favor. You know, trying to draw out the game into a much longer conflict. You know, there's a lot of things that you could learn from the Kobayashi Maru situation. But I think the fact that oftentimes the correct answer is probably to do nothing, and that sometimes doing nothing will mean that you watch people die. And I don't know. I think there's something to be learned in that for all of us who are, interested in this kind of shit. I feel like I'm doing like officers courses or something on here. Like some of these episodes I think legitimately are. It's like there's a little bit of poison mixed in with the fun or some shit. You have to wonder about the nature of all of the Federation people that go into that test and all die, and they think that's what the test is because they all go to save the fucking crew. I guarantee you they've probably never had a Federation citizen go through that fucking test and torpedo the fucking Kobayashi Maru or do nothing. I guarantee you that if you put a Klingon captain in that situation, he would probably torpedo it. You shouldn't have drifted over there. Sorry. There's nothing I can do to go get you, and I don't want you falling into enemy hands for about a billion reasons, so... Yep. Fox 5, or Fox 2. I don't know why it's Fox 2 every time they shoot a missile. This is one thing I never understood about aircraft. Shouldn't it be like Fox 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the 4 missiles that you have or something? Or Fox 87? I guess if you have enough missiles, that could get ridiculous. The other thing I'd say for the no-win scenario is if you believe yourself to be in a no-win scenario, singing your death song and staring your enemy down and getting ready to die and charging straight at them is probably a pretty good idea. Who knows? Maybe they'll get scared and run away. This is the lesson that you should get 100% of all this fucking like acting crazy bullshit that I do. If I ever, do that in front of someone while we're fighting, it has effects. They start acting different. They now are like, I don't know how to predict anything that you do. This is why Indians don't fight crazy people. So, straight at them. Maybe they'll blink. And if they don't, I think you'll stand a better chance at closer range. If you're one man and they're many, and they have advanced weapons and shit, you're probably better off being so close that they can't artillery strike your ass. Isn't that right, Church? Church says, yeah, we don't want to get artillery striked. Oh, it's an itchy boy. The no-win scenario. It's just like the situation that we find ourselves in, really. Everything with Joe Biden and the Democrats and all of this is a giant no-win scenario. Like, in reality, I think this is the conversation the gun community needs to be having, is we are in the Kobayashi Maru. We're living it every day. You people are on the fucking Kobayashi Maru, and I'm the one on the captain's bridge of that ship getting ready to torpedo your ass. Sorry, boys. That's how I feel. It's like the whole fucking country is dying, and if you stay linked to it, you're gonna die too. I still think it's funny that people think television is going to be around in 20 years. There will be people making videos for the internet, I believe, but there's not going to be quote unquote television or quote unquote movies anymore. I don't think. I think we've watched like the death of those industries basically. Maybe something gets brought back out of the ashes or something like that, but like they are basically at the same point now where the movie industry was at in the late 60s, early 70s when they started hiring George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and John Milius. They were from a crowd of people that came from, Southern California fucking film schools. And, these corporations that were making movies had just lost all of their great artists that had been working for them since the 20s and 30s in some cases. They had no idea how to make movies. They had no idea how to get new artists, and they ended up just hiring film school students, and they got lucky a few times. So now that became what everybody did. I don't remember what my point to that was. Oh, but we're in the same place now. Look how old Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are. They want to retire. They want to go do nothing. No 80-year-old man is like, man, I want to go talk to teenagers all day, every day. Well, that's not entirely true. There's some that do. Yeah, that could get creepy. Look, this is why Hollywood is like this mess now. It's because, like, basically, a good movie is only made by a true artist. When I say that, I mean like the director, writer. In reality, it should be a writer, director, producer combo. That is what he does. You could maybe debate on the producing thing, but like I think being your producer gives you a lot of control over shit, right? Being the money bags. That's like the House of Representatives really controls a lot of shit that goes on in Washington because no one can spend money without them. So one good thing about our situation right now is at least we've got the House back, and it looks like somewhere in mid-June, that's when the government runs out of money. So you need to get your shit wired tight before then. I would get everything fixed. If you can go to a dentist, get your teeth checked out, do that. I would go fucking get your car checked out. Like, go get it all done. My philosophy at this moment is basically you can't take the money with you, and it looks like it's being worth less and less every day. Like, your ability to retire and have a retirement fund and all of that shit depends on the US dollar being a stable thing. It annoys me to talk to people who are, they're sold on this system of shit that doesn't really exist. I think technology has caused the downfall and destruction of our planet. Half of the problem is now, like, used to be back in the day, someone like your Aunt Ray Ray or George Clooney in Oh Brother Where Art Thou would be a rarity. Someone that, I don't know. I'm not going to boast too much, but I am good at talking, and I am good at talking people into doing things for me. Whatever it is. I could get, crazy shit if I wanted to. I don't do that shit. Subtle manipulations and shit like that, it's just, I'm not going to talk about that. There's books that you could go read that would help you in this endeavor. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. There's a few other books that are listed with that book on the books banned from prisons. You should go read those too. that's about all I have to say on this. I'd advise you just to do nothing, I guess. I don't know what else to do. I do like making videos to try to like get the feds to show up here, because mainly I'm gonna videotape it and fucking make fun of them to their face. And it's one of those things like, if they touch me while I'm doing that, then I'm gonna be remembered forever, boys. Go down with Jesse James and fucking that dude that built the cage in Florida. That was awesome. See you guys later.